Oh my goodness, have you ever met someone who just seems to have it all? I mean, when they walk in the room, everyone is at attention, and the people just lean in, and when they speak, it's like people actually listening. And meanwhile, when you speak, it's like you're a customer rep on a bad phone line. Hello, 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 ma'am, ma'am. I mean, I have learned, and it took me a while to understand this. And when it comes to sales and even money, period, it's not about being the loudest. It's not about being the smartest or the most intelligent or the most in tune. It's about being the most compelling, the most attractive in a way, appealing in a way. And if you want to make room for more money and get better clients and better paying clients, then you want to have people choosing you over the competition. Then you got to learn how to, number one, speak with confidence, keep your word, and make people feel something when they interact with you. Back when I was so broke, I didn't know how to represent myself well, and I learned that this is the difference in between who I am now and who I was then. And see, I was out there just dropping bags, fumbling bags, because I'm plenty talented and I was plenty available, but I did not have the mindset to go with the money making toward you. I had the well-spoken side covered, and yes, I had the connections covered. But trust me, I was too quiet when I needed to be heard. I was speaking out of turn a lot, and I was too loud sometimes. And when I needed to speak up, I was too casual when I needed to be professional. And I just didn't know how to bring out that appealing aura to compel someone to want to work with me. And it really took me down a rabbit hole trying to find out why. Why was it that way for me personally, when here I was being on stage since I was about 5 or 6 years old, learning the ropes of how to be rich and successful, but not having the mindset to follow through with it. And let me tell you, it can be crushing, to feel the pain of regret. It is crushing to lose out on a dream. And at this big old age, we have lost out on many, and probably will lose out on many more. But once you learn this technique and this trait that I'm about to share with you, you will have the opportunity to turn around any situation that you thought was important to you. Because I'm going to show you how to be so compelling that people will have to pay you more. Are you ready? I believe you are. Let's get right into it. So, step one, I want you to start speaking like you mean it. Say it like you mean it. Since your voice is your money maker, and if you talk in circles, or you mumbling and you're not speaking the right grammar, you sound unsure. And people are going to treat you like you are unsure, and they are unsure about you. You don't want to speak like an amateur when you're trying to get in the game with the pros. So here, this is what you're going to do to sound like the one they want to hire and work with. You're going to speak with certainty. Even if you don't know, it's easy to say, I can find that out. Let me check on that. But use your own words. You're going to pause for power. That's when you're in mid-conversation. You don't want to start speaking directly after someone gets done talking. It seems a little aggressive. What you want to do is pause for the effect. And even if you want to utter a word, let it be a because you pause for power. You don't rush the conversation, because a well-placed pause will have people hanging on your every word. Trust me. Next, you're going to drop the filler words. Let's get rid of this. We too old for that. No more arms and hums and you know what I'm saying. And we're not doing that anymore. We're going to drop those filler words and use some grammar. We're going to speak clean, clear, and direct language. Watch some videos on how to communicate correctly if you need to do that. But I truly think this is an instinctive and intuitive trait that we all have. It's right here in the Get It Girl game. I believe you are mostly like I am. And most of you know how to speak very well. But now I'm going to show you how to speak like you mean it. You're going to speak with certainty, pause for power, drop the filler words. Now, here's a money tip for you behind that. If you want to really sound like a pro, you're going to record yourself speaking and play it back often. You'll be shocked how much better you get. Try it, and it's free. It costs you nothing. Step 2, you're going to keep your word. You want to be more compelling and draw people into you. You're going to keep your word like a boss does. If you say you're going to do something, doggone it, do it. And see, I am preaching to the choir. And I had to learn the importance of this. I used to say people hate me because I don't keep my word. No, they don't hate me, but they learn that I'm not a professional. They learn that they can't depend on me. Thus, they withdraw from your life. And you don't want to keep losing connections at this big old age. We want to be sure that we can do what we say we're going to do. And if we can't do it, we're going to be woman enough to say that. If we don't want to do it, we're going to be woman enough to say that. Because we do not want to become the person who's always late, always unreliable, always making excuses. We want to do away with that version of ourselves. And here's a hack I'm going to give you. 3 ways to do this, to keep your word. You're going to say less and listen more. You're not going to overpromise or over-deliver. Don't be that girl. You're going to be early, and not just on time. You're going to be early. I don't care if you're going to work, church, a funeral, a wedding. Be the one that's there early. Trust me, it's going to do a lot for your image in the eyes of the beholders. Make the time. You have it. If you don't have it, make it. It's the great thing about time. We can make it. Make the time to be there early. This is so impressive. It has opened a lot of doors for me. Next, you're going to follow up. This is a respect thing. When you follow up and checking on people and following up on how well things went with the sale. Are they happy with the service? Are they happy with the product? After the gig is up, follow up. This is so respectful, and it shows reliability that if something was going wrong, and it makes them feel like they can really rely on your help. That extra step gets you repeated business. And here's a money tip. People will pay you double for somebody they feel like they can depend on like that. This will be the person who gets all the perks. Keep your word like a boss. Number 3, you're going to make them feel something when they interact with you. You want them to be in a place where they feel something so good they cannot help but remember you. People don't remember what you said as much as they remember how you make them feel. You get the emotion in that, how they feel. To be unforgettable, you are going to listen more than you talk. People love when they feel like they are being heard. They eat that up. This is a compelling trait, a listener. They will find themselves thinking about you doing the dishes. You know, I would really like to talk to her again. I really enjoy talking to her. I really like that, because people want to talk. And if you can listen just for a little while, you will become their number one. Next, you're going to find some common ground. And see, I did this thing called mirroring, and I tried it on my brother who has crossed over now. And I miss him and love him so much. And my brother took me out to eat one day, and I did this thing with him called mirroring, and it's where you find common ground with a potential client. But I used it on my brother, and what you do is you sit down to a drink or a table with them, and every move they make, you mirror the move. If he crossed his legs, I would cross my legs. If he dropped out his teeth, I would drink out my teeth. And so at the end of the meal, I told my brother, I've been mirroring you. If you looked at your watch, I looked at my watch. If you scratched your head, I scratched my head. He said, well, I'm getting ready to pay the bill. Can you mirror me on that, man? Okay, so that was so crazy. I always think about the interaction when I talk about mirroring, because it is a very great way to connect with somebody and find common ground. And this is how you make people feel something psychologically. People pay for people that they like, and you can make them like you just by mirroring and finding common ground. Now, I want you to leave them better than when you found them. Inspire them, tell them a joke, encourage them, uplift them. I'm not saying brown nose them, no. Not saying say yes to everything they ask or butter them up. I'm just saying to find something that you can compliment about them sometime and inspire them with words of admiration. Leave them better. You can make them laugh. Tell them a joke or two. And see, this is a great way to build connections and rapport. Think about somebody who made a huge impact on you in your life. I bet they were funny, and probably funniest around you. Think about somebody who I bet they did a lot of the things that you do, almost like a mirror. I bet they made you feel seen. Am I right? They made you feel heard. They listened, and you valued them. Could have been a parent, could have been a grandparent, a teacher. And that's the energy I want you to be bringing, girl. Come on, girl. You got to come on. Wake up to this. Wake up to this. So I just gave it to you. I just gave you a blueprint. Yes, I just gave you a key. Unlock that door to go on up to the next level. Switch your avatar up. Get your game face on. Take it to the next level. Like you know you can do it. This is the way you carry yourself. This is the difference between struggling and thriving. And I'm so proud of you. Thank you for watching the video. I know you got some value out of this, and I know you're going to use it. So comment below and tell me what's that one quality that you admire. Tell me about the person that you admired, and what was that quality that made them connect with you. What's that quality? And let's talk to each other. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Get It Girl gang, because we is getting it. And you can be getting it too. Just stay tuned. And don't forget to be unforgettable and get paid more money. I will see you in the next video.
Subscribe now.